Hello everyone. Welcome back to another episode of our entitled parents. In today's episode, crazy lady took my coffee because I'm pregnant. Grounds for murder? My dad is claiming I'm keeping his granddaughter from him. Karen tried to make her son steal my donuts. Before we get started, make sure to subscribe so you will never miss a video. So let's get started. Crazy lady took my coffee because I'm pregnant. Grounds for murder? Let me start by saying I'm 36W, and it's very obvious I'm pregnant. I'm huge, massive, uncomfortable, tired, and grumpy. I am currently at my local chain coffee shop, sitting now with my effing cup of coffee that had to be remade because some random grandmother decided that, as I'm pregnant, I shouldn't be allowed to have caffeine. Full story. I've ordered the coffee, just a grande cold brew, nothing crazy, and am standing at the end of the counter waiting. The barista calls my name and drink order. I go to take it. Grandma, GM, you can't have that. I didn't know she was talking to me, so I continue to reach for my cup. GM, you can't have that, you're pregnant. Me, it's one cup, it's fine. GM, no, you can't have it, you're not allowed. Takes cup from my hand and drops it, full, into the trash next to the counter. Me, you cannot be serious. It's fine. My doctor even says it's fine. I looked at the barista, who was just standing there, mouth agape. She lets me know she'll make me another. Me, to GM, please leave me alone. I'm tired and want my coffee. I get one cup a day. This is it. Please go away. GM, Banshee screaming at this point. No, you can't have it, you're pregnant. It will make you have the baby. Now you can't do it. I won't let my daughter do it either, but she drinks it anyway, and if I can't save her, I'll save you instead. I don't think she breathed during this at all. Also, what? Save me? Me, looking around for help because I'm not good at confrontation and she's making me panic. Please stop. Looking at barista, pleading for help with my every thought. I'll just take that directly when you're done. Barista hands me my cup directly, and this insane woman goes, "To, take it from me again." So I yelled for her to stop trying to come near me. I literally, loudly, and even now have a bit of a shake from doing it, shouted, "Please leave me alone. You're making me uncomfortable and I don't want you this close." She stopped, did this fish mouth gaping thing, went UGH fine and left. The barista gave me a drink coupon and apologized for the stress, but goodness, how can someone think that's okay? I know better than the doctor. Was the second coffee worth it though? I mean, she had to buy a new coffee. I would have just grabbed the one she threw in the bin and dumped it on her. The nerve of that woman. How dare she try to give medical advice like that? What she needed to tell her was that she needed to add some essential oils to it first. That EGM is so dumb. If coffee could induce labor, every Starbucks would always be overflowing with 40-plus week, pregnant ladies. Somewhere a Starbucks CEO just got an idea for a new marketing campaign. Wow, she definitely deserved more than being shouted at. Managing to break the two cardinal rules of interacting with those who are pregnant is banishment worthy. For those who haven't heard them before, I was taught that you should never steal food and drink from those who are pregnant, and don't argue with them either. Pregnant women aren't seen as people, just as incubators for the baby and a public space for people to put their hands on the belly. Good job fighting back. I actually hate this sub. I can't help but wanting to murder all the entitled people subject in these stories. I think 50% of them would result in me hitting someone. Just close your eyes and imagine punching all these people in the face. Let the rage flow through you and breathe. My dad is claiming I'm keeping his granddaughter from him. I have a beautiful 2.5M/O baby. My dad started fighting with me because I refused to leave her alone with him until he shows me he can take care of her, change diaper, feed from bottle, warm up breast milk, etc. We had a huge fight. There was yelling, and when I told him the next day that I can't do this anymore because it's preventing me from caring for my baby properly, he complained that I am putting her over my relationships with him. Duh. So I told him she is more important, and I will talk to him when she doesn't need me 24/7 and blocked him. My mom came over a few times the next week and eventually asked if she can come over with my dad so he can see her. I said yes. He came over, threw a fit that she's asleep, and left. The next day, I was at my parents' house with her while my dad was at work. I was downstairs in the living room with her when he came back home early. My mom offered him to wash his hands and hold her, something we also fought over, and he just stopped angrily upstairs. And when mom went to talk to him, he apparently wanted her to bring my baby to him without me. I obviously refused, because she's so small and I don't trust him even with mom's supervision, and he is now claiming I am keeping her away from him. TBH, maybe I should. Edit. I require anyone and everyone who wants to help with my daughter to show me that they can care for her. Taking care of a baby, especially an infant, has changed so much in the past 10 years, let alone the 30 years since I was that age. All of the other grandparents, my mom and in-laws, were happy to help around and didn't mind having to show me that they can care for her. My dad is the only one who refused and was insulted by it. He wouldn't even change her diaper, regardless of how I phrased it. If he won't show me he can care for her while I'm away for an hour, then I can't trust him. Additionally, in this specific case, he insisted that I stay out of the room while he holds her, which is just a very strange request. I wasn't keeping her away from him. He was welcome to hold her under my supervision. He just refused to have me there, so I didn't let him hold her. Tell him, I grew up, your house, your rules. That's fine. You need to understand, my baby, my rules. If not following them keeps you from her, that's on you, not me. That's actually pretty much exactly what I told my mom, and she agreed. She thinks I should have let her take my daughter to him just to please him, but she understands that I don't feel comfortable with it and respects it. Honestly, it sounds like you need some distance from your parents, both time and space. Whatever bug is up his, but it seems to come down to control over you and your daughter, and you don't need to waste energy dealing with an adult toddler when you have a tiny baby to keep alive. Your dad is just jealous that he's not the only baby in the family anymore. Yeah, that's what my husband said. Do not leave your child with him. He's acting like a child and his behavior is what's stopping him. Your rules are sensible ones to keep your baby safe. This is very strange and alarming behavior. Please don't leave your baby with him or your mom alone. Karen tried to make her son steal my donuts. My local supermarket has half off on baked goods, like focaccia, donuts, sausage rolls, you get the gist, every evening at 8 p.m. sharp. I normally take advantage of this if I just can't be bothered with cooking or if I've been so busy that I didn't have time for it. Well, went there today, it's first come, first takers, and I'm starting to fill up some of the store-supplied plastic bags with items. Today was pizza rolls, donut, and muffins, where I got the last donuts of the day, and while I usually have my headphones on at high volume, I decide to pull one of the sides slightly off, so I can't hear if someone is passing behind me / waiting to get to the goods as well, etc., etc. A mom, likely in her 40 IES, and her son, probably 10 or slightly older, then comes up to my side where I'm still hearing music. I can see her because the glass door to the goods is just reflective enough, and I see her point at the donuts in my basket and her saying something to her son. The son then reaches down to my donuts and grabs the bag, and I turn around immediately and yell, "Hands of my donuts," which unfortunately really scared the kid. He starts crying and his mom immediately starts yelling back as they normally do, "Never surrender, Karen 101. We have a small back and forth while still being loud, which attracts some employees. They try and get the situation under control, and thankfully one of the employees recognized me as I shop there at least 3 to 4 times a week, and also knows that I mainly come for baked goods sale. Even better is that they had seen me taking the last donuts. As they explain this to the mom, who is now realizing what's going on, she immediately jumps ship and demands I apologize for startling her son, and that I could at least give him a donut for scaring him. Me, having lost all sense of patience, just says, I usually don't give stuff to thieves, and today is not that day either. I'm ready pay BTW, and went with the cashier to pay, and could still hear the son crying and the mom getting angry. As I walked out, some people who had been following the whole ordeal said that the mom was right and that I could at least have given the kid a donut. I just feel sorry for the kid having such a mom. I'm not sure if stealing is the correct term, but it's def mine since it's in my shopping basket. WDF, they can't just go around taking stuff from other people's baskets and think it's okay. All the people mumbling about what you should have done can just shut the hell up. I would have been incensed. Plus, the kid knew he was doing wrong and should have expected some kind of reaction. And now he knows, FAFO. I wouldn't reward poor behavior either. Of course, the poor kid was only doing what his mother told him to. Hopefully his father is better than his mother. So, they wanted you to reward the kid for trying to steal your donuts? Are these people okay? Just because he's a kid and crying? How about telling the mother not to raise her child to become a thief? This is how you raise entitled kids. 10 years old is too old to think that what he did was okay. But with a mother like that, he probably just has to do anything she says. I bet some of his crying was because of how she treats him. As a teacher for nearly 25 years, a 10-year-old crying for being shouted at is a massive red flag. They don't where I come from, without serious emotional problems. Either they're terrified of the consequences from the mad parent, or doing it deliberately for sympathy. Either way, not your circus, not your monkeys. If you made it to the end of the video, thanks for watching. Don't forget to like, subscribe, and share, and we will see you in the next video.